specific timeline about like in 2 years, in 3 years, we're gonna close this special school, and it's gonna happen step by step. Maybe right now, like 60% of children with disabilities are going to special school. Next year, it's gonna be 40%. Then year after, it's going to be 20%. Like group. So it's like something to be realized in time, step by step. But yeah, that's important to make sure that we all need to eventually move towards inclusive education. Did this group mention partnering with organizations of people with disabilities?
Yes.
No. Did they mention that?
Why do you
I
forget?
didn't hear it, but I'm especially, actually, right, John, you can add that because you're working with one of them. Especially in this area of education, I think you can do a lot of, you can benefit a lot from collaborating with, because the directions that you want to go, they have gone before you, right? John,
Yes.
you want to add?
John, we have meetings what?
On a partnership with organizations of people with disabilities. On education.
Can I say something, John?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I was waiting for when they said John, it's a senior, so you have to wait when the senior finish, so you can. So I was going to say, I was going to touch something on the group of education, on this space of refugees most. I think we need more partnership on that because we can't succeed. Let us say, for example, so my question came from there. Is it UDPK is policy, the policy of UDPK? There is a space where RLO can also partner with you on concerning matter of people with disability, especially. And if yes, maybe you can highlight some information on that, because in our community we have more community with people with disability, and you working on the Kenyan side. Help us get something from your side also that can benefit our community as refugee in life. Thank you.
Thank you, William. I saw an hand somewhere. Yeah, want to ask something? Not at the moment. Let us clap for them. We're giving them rain.
I also, sorry. One more thing. You mentioned anything about children with intellectual disabilities? Because what I heard all about was like disability of bathrooms, toilets, like blind children, low vision children, deaf children, but nothing about children with intellectual disabilities, autistic children. Yeah. Great. Because I mean, inclusive education also includes them. I mean, but you need to like, that needs a lot of like work with teachers on inclusive teaching methods. Like maybe the curriculum that they learn can be like tailored to their needs and learning capabilities and learning styles. So it's very important, and this is another issue that I think partnership with organizations working specifically on kids with Down syndrome or kids with intellectual disabilities are, I think, very active in Kenya. So it's going to be very helpful. So I just reach out to them and try to enhance your knowledge and expertise in these areas as well. Now we can go for the rain.
Yeah, let us clap for them. Rain. 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much. Group 2, Group 3. Yeah, we have summarized notes.
Thank you very much. This is Group 3, and ours is livelihood and economic empowerment inclusion. So for us, as an organization, we include the PWDs, persons with disabilities, in our programs. So the first thing we have to do is to do the data collection first, to know. This one will help us know the needs of our community, the numbers of the PWDs in our community, persons with disability, sorry, and also it will come slowly, and also the impairment numbers to know the difference of challenges they are having in order to include them on the project which we are about to start. So during this process of data collection, that is where we know how many deaf we have in our community, blind, in order when we want to start now our project, we need sign language teachers, and also we need something that will help them in data collection. So after evaluating everything and knowing how many disabilities we have and how many different challenges they're having, to facilitate the program, to include them in the program, after knowing that, now we are going to start our project. Ours is just short. Now our project is about tailoring stroke waving. In this program, we start first with finance literacy. Why finance literacy? Because this tailoring and waving, it's a program that will enable them to do business, to empower them economically. So during this process, we have to teach them about financial literacy, to let them understand how they will do business, how, when the money will be coming in, how to use the money, how to do all that. So during that process, those persons with disability, examples like deaf and blind, when the program is going on, when they are being taught about finance literacy, the teachers of sign language will be also continuing to make them understand and hearing what is going on. Then after that finance literacy, during the tailoring and waving, they will also participate in that program together with other community people. And that's when now they will feel included. And after that, we also for ourselves. For example, we have to partner with other organizations and identify the example APDK to partner with them, because there are things that our CBO alone cannot do it by ourselves. So we have to partner with them, for example like APDK and others, to make sure that we reach our targets. And creating awareness within the community and in our organization, barriers and stigma, to make sure that associated with PWDs. So all of this is that we have to remove the barriers to let them out. We want to bring them inside. We want them to feel part of us in whatever program we're having. But the most important thing is that before we start this project, we have to do this data collection in order to know the number of challenges they are facing and to know how are we going to be able to help them during the process of this project. So this is our short program we did. So thank you so much. Maybe your questions.
And to add on top of that, because that was our group, we have to, I don't think it's able. Yes, we add on top of that is that these are main program that also help a lot. It's an inclusion on empowering livelihood. To make it to be at least more on what our representative said, it will benefit more people with disability, that program, because some of them will not be able to do tailoring. We'll give them digital marketing on the same program of tailoring. And to make it too much practical is that we will take some quite numbers of blind and deaf to give them some knowledge how to do marketing online in the same program of tailoring. So after some people are sewing the clothes and the different attire, the one for digital marketing will be there to market online. But the same project of tailoring and weaving. So that is a big part that will make them much more included in this program of empowerment, economic empowerment and livelihood. And it's practically to make it also in some of your CBO, you can use that as the best way of inclusion for our people with disability. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anyone?
Please want to add something? Yes, please.
Yeah, I'd like to just add one thing, because we talked about digital. Because we're working on economic empowerment, we felt that involving all of them, others are doing the sales, others are doing marketing, each one will be able to get something like financial, and their financial will improve, they can be able to put something on the table.
Thank you. Any other more people?
I have a little
Additional?
something to add.
Yeah. Do you have?
Just one thing about access to banking and financial independence. Huh?
Yes, proceed.
Because sometimes, I hear that it's important for to make sure that people with disabilities have access to like this livelihood programs. But sometimes, you're gonna have to add some sort of programs on the side to make sure that they specifically can use their money the way that they want to. Because there is a possibility, that we have economic violence, right?
Yes.
So you should be aware of economic violence and how some people with disabilities can be vulnerable to that because of the disability that they have. So you make sure to take measures on that, the money they make is because otherwise it would be exploitation. If somebody works and other one benefits from the income. You should be specifically sensitive about making sure that the money they receive goes into their own account and they can use it the way they want it. If they want to spend it on their family, on anything, that's their money because they worked on it. And don't say, oh, we pay to the sister of this person with disability or the brother or father or mother because they are, or the spouse, because they know better how to spend the money of the person. People with disabilities are not children, right? For children, we always say best interest of the child and the parent caregiver. We assume that they know what is best for the child unless proof otherwise, right? But for adults, it's the will and preference of the person. So even if somebody has a disability, that doesn't mean that they cannot decide for their lives. So making sure that they use their money the way they want and they get access to their own money. So help them to get economic independence, also something is very important. I have to mention.
Sure.
Anyone else?
Yes, Joe.
Yeah, sure. Just a quick one. I think good presentation for the group. I think one of the key things to ensure then you have meaningful participation of refugees with disabilities in the tailoring program. One thing would be that you need to conceptualize or capture that at the very design level of the program itself. When you are doing, whether it's on the program concept note, on all this kind of proposal, and majorly when you have this document talking about indicators, targets, you need really to have specific targets or specific outcomes for inclusion of refugees with a disability in that program. Because if you miss out that, and then you want to have inclusion at some level without having those as part of the measure of success of the program itself, then you're not going to end up having a meaningful participation. So in any program, actually, I would not only in the program you are doing on tailoring, any program across, for meaningful participation, then you need to think about it from the design level of things. Do we have indicators to make for inclusion of that group? Do we have outcomes speaking to the inclusion of that group? Then that means it's something you have to measure success of the program. So I think at the very design level, that's where inclusion should start. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Any other feedback? So just a comment. So they say they'll do data collection that is like needs assessment from the beginning, and it's like they are beginning their project from an evidence base. So you need to have those evidence-based information to inform you on what you really want to do, as John has said. So from the beginning, you design a theory of change. How do you want the program to run, and what is the success measure of the program to be held?
And also, Felix, to make on top of that, Jonas said it very nice, and I know on that some of this our idea project, we have some good outcome because we are targeting the normal client. The normal client at the low level. The common client.
It's not like a punishment or failure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was defining with the clients. Our people with disability clients. Our client is a project. Will also get something to sustain their life. Also, you can start doing that on online marketing. Also, doing tailoring. After that, if you get something, we can also support him as a CBO to start your own. And also to touch on what our senior Elam Shah said, is that we got some. I have an example. I went in one rail activity last year. The rail activity was on some people with disability having some engagement on community awareness. So what happened? One person with people with disability has been taking that token of some small money for transport reimbursement. The person was blind. So we were supposed, according to one of our facilitators said, we have to say how much you are giving everybody. Translate and tell them it's how much for fair reimbursement. So we said that we give the fair reimbursement to the person who was seeing. Because you know that she's blind. But later on the door outside, she called us, call people from Relon. There were some people from came there. That my man tell this person to give me. In fact, I took him on the road. So I'm coming on that point because why? These people are blind, as Elam said, they are too sharp, very sharp. They are not kids. They are too sharp. And sometimes also I say they are blessed because if you see Elam, she's blessed. Thank you.
Do you come to the end of the feedback? Thank you. Elam, back to you.
Nothing, we just rain.
Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, then stand up.
Thank you so much.
So now we're gonna have a break for lunch and pray. And when we come back, Felix?
It's 3 minutes to 1, so do we spend 1 hour, so at exactly 2?
People say they need more time to pray, huh? 2:10?
2:10, okay.
Promise no one is going to be late, huh?
Yes.
Okay, see you at 2:10. Yeah. So everybody, you wanna do a group photo?
Yeah, let's do a group photo.
Let's do a group photo.